roll. Hello everyone, welcome along to the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. We are covering the Basketball Tasmania State League for 2021. Round 1 of the Central Round venues starts at the Kingborough Sports Centre here in Kingston. Just a 15-minute drive out of Hobart. Ron Riggs with you in commentary. Going to be a marathon day of games. We've got about 6 games to cover on the Saturday. We've got 3 to cover tomorrow. And certainly going to be a full day of men's games here. Then tomorrow it's the women on the show court, so we're covering the games on here. Referees for today's game between the Southern Wolves and the Launceston Lightning. Ruben Woolcock, who is down seeing his family at the moment and waiting for the NBL season to start. And of course, he just got his FIBA white badge as well too. Congratulations to him, as he will get this one just about up in the air. And we are underway. Southern Wolves control it to the right of your screen, have controlled the tip. And of course, his fellow partner, Hayden New, on the game as well too, just coming off the Under-16 National Junior Championships as well. Jefferson St. John now down low into Peters for the two. We'll make sure we get all the names right here as well too, folks. We haven't got some team lists yet, but we're working on that throughout today to get that going. The shot goes up by Cocker. Can't get that to go. Now Masunda, who's enjoying playing just some local basketball competitions at the moment. Gives it off to Collins. Now Radcliffe down low once again, and a foul on the play as he throws that one down, but that will be waved off. We'll make sure. No, I'll make sure I get that pronunciation. Antunistine. I think that's the pronunciation. So a new player that we haven't seen throughout the course of the year, but taking part here this weekend. Good to see. So Jefferson, of course, good to see him back playing some b-ball as well too, along with BJ Radcliffe, the former Chargers player who tries to get the 3 up, can't get that to go. O-boards by Isaac Collins, couldn't get it to go. Crocker with the rebound as we come back down the floor here. So Cocker works his way through, looks for that kick-out pass to Foster, who plays with Grandiers in the under-22 competition down here locally. And now Cocker once again, Lockie Crocker, getting that one to go. So Radcliffe puts it to the floor, puts up the shot. Again, can't get that one to go. Foster with another rebound, and now Templar with it. So we come back down the floor here. Now Cox for 3. Can't get that to go. Sunda with the rebound as we come down the floor once again. So some Wolves looking to run a good set here and trying to see what they can get. Yeah, ball going down inside to Anachusteen and throws it down with authority, if you don't mind, as well too. We'll make sure we get his name pronunciation right, and we'll make sure that we really talk him up on the dunks. Offensive foul's been called. That's going to be assessed on Tom Foster for an illegal screen. We'll make sure we have a talk with Coach Tom Etchell afterwards, just to make sure we maybe have to sneak in a core time and ask him that proper pronunciation. Meanwhile, they're trying to go for the alley-oop play on that one, but couldn't get it to go. So some Wolves to restart. 13 on the shot clock here. Ball out with Radcliffe. Now Masunda. Masunda down low once again, and I think Launceston are going to have some matchup issues down low. The big fella just work his way inside and harry it home, and the Southern Wolves bench can't believe it either. They are up and about. Meanwhile, Cox with it. Cox putting it to the floor. He's looking to respond, kicks it out. Templar open for 3. And off glass, gets that one to go. The bank is open, that's for sure. So you can hear Coach Hayden there just barking out instructions with those Launceston boys. Can just play some better defence here down in this possession. Masunda at the corner for 3. Can't get that to go. Good O-board by Collins. Collins with the reverse layup makes it happen. And we're out to a 3-point lead. 8 plays 5 at the moment here, opening stages of the first quarter. Come to you from the Kingra Sports Centre. Lockie Crocker from downtown with a response, and we're back to a tied ball game. So, and some nice hands there, quick hands there. Substitution being made. Luke Brown going to come in for Jefferson St. John. Of course, Luke Brown deciding to play with a different club this year as well too. He's jumped ship and gone to Southern Wolves. Play restarts. Here's Masunda. Now Radcliffe. Radcliffe looking at his option, goes middle, and it was a nice option by BJ Radcliffe, just opening up the lane there nicely and able to get that 2 to go. So Jai Ladé to Foster. Can't get that 3 to go. Brown with the rebound. Now Masunda off and running here. Has Radcliffe in support. Too many red singlets in the vicinity. And then an unsportsmanlike foul has been called. And that's going to be assessed on Thierry Masunda. It's an unsportsmanlike foul on the breakaway. And under the interpretation, it is unsportsmanlike. Now, for this game, we don't have referee Ruben Woolcock mic'd up. We'll have him mic'd up later on in the day as he's got some games on here. So we just had him present a referee's clink over on the other courts. And we've had him mic'd up there. So we've given him this game off, but we'll... There's Lockie Crocker. Makes free throws. We're back to a 10... Tied at 10. And Foster to restart. Nice pass inside. And good help on the defensive play by the Wolves as Masunda comes down the floor here. So Masunda working his way through. Now Radcliffe at the top here. Radcliffe got the first step on Templar, and BJ Radcliffe showing he's still got the athleticism. In his mid-30s, in his early 30s now, BJ, and still showing that he's still got it. And ball goes out of play. So Crocker for 3. Yes. We've known Lockie as a bit of a lights-out shooter. Certainly a good guard. He's represented state at junior level as well too. Now playing footy for South Launceston. And substitutions being made here. So Chris Oldham, Fraser Payne coming into him. Masunda and Isaac Collins are going to have a breather. Letty is going to restart, and now Crocker with it as we come down the floor here. Whoop, Templar. Putting on some moves, not afraid against the big fella, and they try to go down low, couldn't make it happen. And now Brown with it. So Brown now to Payne. Payne now finds Oldham for the 3, and in and out on that one. Crocker with the rebound. Luke Brown wanted some referees then see it that way. Meanwhile, Tom Foster gets the 2. And an entertaining first quarter so far. 15-12 here, about 4.5 to play. So again, ball game moves through sets of hands here. So some will slow this one down. Want a solid possession here. Radcliffe decides to go for it and gets it to go from area code range. BJ Radcliffe with the 3. And we're tied once again at 15. So Templar thought about it. Now Letty. Templar. Nice little fake. Now Foster at the corner here. Foster, who's somewhat been in good form in the under-22 comp, knocks down that triple and back out to a 3-point lead. So Brown puts it up, foul on the play. It's going to be on Lockie Crocker. Or Cocker, I should say. So again, apologies if we do get some names muddled up as we go along, but first game of the new season in State League, always trying to make sure we get familiar with all the players here. So Luke Brown at line for 2. Of course, Luke, having previously played with Hobart Phoenix, who are taking part this weekend in the State League. And of course, Luke Brown deciding to try something different and head to another club in the Southern Wolves, and is a welcome addition to that ball club. Certainly providing his worth at the moment. So Cocker goes for it. It's a good drive by Lockie, but couldn't get that one to go. Meanwhile, Brown back down the floor here. Cross-court pass Oldham, now Radcliffe. Pulls that one out. Radcliffe putting it to the floor. Works his way. Again, Oldham open at the corner once again. Can't convert this time. He's 0-2 from area code range. Now Letty up the floor here. Now back to Templar. Templar puts it up. Bodies hit the floor. No call made. Meanwhile, play continues down the floor here. Brown, Euro step through. And then the tip jam, if you don't mind, by Angusteen. And Coach Hayden has seen enough. He calls timeout. And Coach Hayden not happy with the no call on the play. And referee Ruben Woolcock will have to calm him down. But 19-18 at the moment, as our resident commentator who will be in tomorrow, JB, will be in the house. You can put the headset on. You are on, JB.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, no. Oh, I can hear you, though.
Well, I'm glad someone can. Hello to the viewers, briefly.
Yes. There you go.
My God, as Charlotte Collins has described him, the German Jesus. And if there's ever a time that the Kingborough Sports Centre is going to get new backgrounds, Ronnie, I believe it's going to be this weekend.
Absolutely. We haven't seen this guy all year.
No, he's come out of the clouds just like he did on that putback dunk there. That was massive. And the Lonnie Lightning, and matter of fact, anyone who's going up against this gentleman, Ollie is his name, there's going to be a lot of work to do against him.
Oh,
a lot of work to do against him.
Absolutely. And a really good first quarter. Both teams training baskets at the moment. Very up and down, but real competitive.
Very competitive and very physical for an early game. A lot of times we see in State League across the weekends, a lot of teams are just trying to feel one another out. Obviously, the Wolves here in the south and Launceston, well from Launceston. You know, they wouldn't have played against each other. Some of these boys would have played locally or, you know, at school against one another. But, yes, a very physical contest to start, and yes, it's been quite the contest so far.
Okay.
Hello, Lynn.
Yes, hello, Lynn. We'll just go. I'll put this down here for you, Lynn. Oh, okay. All right. I'll pop it back up.
I'll join you to the end of the quarter, Ronnie. Then obviously I've got to go and earn some money.
Yes, and JB will be with us in tomorrow's broadcast.
I definitely will be here tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Good to hear. Good to hear. So, but nice of JB to pop in, of course.
Sorry to the viewers.
Yes.
Ruining their experience.
Oh. I had a comment, but I'll move along.
Thank you.
Cocker with it now. So the ball goes down low, and a nice play there.
Yeah, nice little finish inside through the defence, and that's certainly something the Wolves are very much cramming on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively here.
Stubbings with that 2, by the way. We are trying to get some team lists. I've been on to Charlotte Collins, so we'll make sure we get team lists for the weekend. Meanwhile, Brown down low. Can't get that to go. Cocker with the rebound, and now he's off and running. Gives it off to Foster. Foster now goes and gets it 2 to go. I mentioned earlier, JB, he's been in pretty good form in under 22 level for Grenadiers.
Yes, he has been in great form for Grenadiers, and has spent every waking hour that he possibly can at Swisher as well here at, in the city, working on his form.
Absolutely, and having a couple of sessions with Rasmus Bark, who plays in the New Zealand Breakers as well too. Now on cue, has the ball for us here, Foster. And now he can try his luck, but lost his footing.
Now, I'm hoping he lost his footing because that looked like very much a non-contact injury. Last thing we want to do is talk someone up and have them fall on their feet. But a couple of substitutions here for Launceston. Yeah,
Josh Guy coming in, number 11. And then number 10 is Anis.
I tell you what, you look at Jefferson St John out here for the Wolves. He'd be the only one on that team over the age, might be the only person on the floor over the age of 21 at the moment.
Yes, very young lineup out there for the Southern Wolves. Good to see the Southern Wolves blooding their youngsters. Fraser Payne, who's also playing under 22s, along with Jacoby Bone.
Just come back from a state bronze medal.
He has, and Isaac Collins knocks it down from downtown.
So this Southern Wolves team essentially is the team that finished in the semi-finals of the SBL this year, a team that didn't win a game last season. Great to see them back and really having an impact at local level.
Absolutely. Can they make a run towards Gala weekend, which we will be covering, JB? We'll be up at the Elfin Sports Centre in November.
Trust us, in much better health.
Yes, and that'll be an offensive foul as Tom Foster used the extensive of his elbow. That's his second personal. He looks like I thought Coach Hayden there might bring him off, but they're going to leave him on with 1:11 to go.
Yeah, smart player. I think that's good trust in Tom too. He's a real leader of this squad, and we'll see how he plays through this.
So Payne, one-on-one with Letty. Some Wolves slowing this one down. A quick horn set here. So Collins, now Bone. Double teamed and then...
That's a good entry pass, unfortunately to the wrong person.
Yes, they just read that well. Now foul on the play. We'll see Launceston get it back.
And while it is a very backwards and forwards game, a physical game, Ronnie, reasonably high scoring too.
Yes, we're tied at 22 going into quarter time. That could change in the next 50 seconds or so. So Letty now, Foster.
Nearly travelled there.
He nearly did, but Letty lets it fly. Can't get that to go, and Jefferson St. John can't save it.
And very much two very different lineups here. Obviously the senior boys of the Wolves and, a very young Launceston lineup. A Launceston team that won the state league only I believe it was 2 years ago, Ronnie?
Yes, it was, yes. And now Letty goes for a jibe. There was a partial rejection there.
I think that was Jefferson St. John.
Now Brown with it as we come down the floor here. Under 30 seconds to go. Jefferson St. John putting it to the floor. Goes up. Can't get the call. And ball goes back to the Southern Wolves.
Notice the brand new ref shirts debuting here, Ronnie.
Yes. I saw them this morning. They look an absolute treat, actually. So great work by Marie French and the referee crew.
You're going to have to get another one for your collection, Ronnie.
We may have to, JB. Certainly are eligible, so we'll endeavour to get one. This should be the final play of the first quarter as Jefferson St. John works it through. Putting on some moves. Nice step back and then the pass to Collins. Well, that was red, but then
need to get a shot up.
Able to recover on the buzzer. Can't get that to go. Letty with the rebound.
2, 1.
Letty needs to put up a Hail Mary now.
Didn't realise the time.
No one did. But a really good first quarter there. We're tied at 22, JB. We might get some thoughts before you leave for work.
Well, first thought is I'm really looking forward to this coffee I'm going to have.
Very good, JB.
but a very good backwards and forwards first term. Obviously a little scrappier there towards the end. I just think that was a little bit tired, a bit more physicality than they probably expected in the opening quarter of the opening game of the weekend. So, things will settle down there. But, two very different lineups. And it's good to see Launceston really pushing it to the Wolves. Obviously, Tom Foster's, come back into this Launceston lineup. And they're certainly a mix of the young talent up there in the northeast. Meanwhile, for the Wolves, as we mentioned, a good mix of senior and junior level talent. A lot of their juniors playing in our 22s. Obviously, Jacoby Bone coming back with state league experience. I mean, on paper, you would have said the Wolves are probably up 7-8 points here at quarter time, but Launceston really hanging in. Good backwards and forwards game, nice high scoring, and that's how we like our basketball.
Absolutely. Thank you, JB.
Yibbity yibbita, Ronnie. Yibbity yibbita. Yes. I will see you tomorrow.
Yes. Please let us know if you like a ride up to the stadium.
Oh, no doubt. We'll pencil that in. We'll pre-book our Uber. See you, mate.
Thank you. Thanks to JB, who messaged me sometime earlier this morning. Yes, me. Thankfully, the phone was on silent and I never heard it go off. So started second quarter, just about to get underway. We're tied at 22 apiece. We'll find audio and we'll turn that one down. There we go. Right, second quarter underway here. There's Launceston working through in this. Now Cox. So Cox putting it to the floor here. Nice moves inside. Can't get the two to go. Brown then tapped it to Masunda. Now coming down the floor here once again. So Masunda putting on the Jets. Kick out pass to the big fella there who we mentioned already. He'll be a big threat in this second quarter. He's already thrown down a couple for us. We'll make sure we get his name right throughout the course of the season as well too. He's going down low and then can't get the two to go. Just short arm that one. Now here's Cox with it. So Cox and then an offensive foul's been called. And that'll be assessed on Henry Cox. So good defensive play there by Luke Brown, took the charge. Now Masunda with it. Ball out with Collins. Down low to, we'll get his name, I'll get his name right. We'll wait for a timeout and I'll get a couple of people to come up and let me know. BJ Radcliffe knocks down the two. Now Nis with it. Now Cox. Yeah, it's Stubbings, I'm pretty sure. No, Josh Guy, that was. My apologies. Yeah, just trying to get used to the Launceston players. We do know our Southern players quite well, as we're usually covering most of the Southern content down here. So Cox with it as we come back up the floor. So Cox, kick out. Anis open. Now goes down low there. And again, the turnaround hook shot there for Stubbings couldn't go. So number 6, Hamish Stubbings there. Now Masunda. So Radcliffe looking for the big fella here. And then goes up strong and will draw the foul. He'll go to 2. Nice work by the big fella there. Now we'll work on his name. So now we've been told his name's Ollie. That's his first name. So Ollie Angustine. I'm pretty sure Angustine. So he's certainly one to watch. That is for sure. Can't get that free throw to go. We'll find out some more information about this guy as well too. Like he certainly showed good presence in that first quarter. Just down low. Probably what some Wolves have been missing for a little while too. Just that low presence. Oh, a big fella that can really just dominate and kind of throw it down for you as well too. So some Wolves done a really good job of implementing some good veterans and some good young blood as well too. And that's similar to Launceston. Launceston Mordo with a younger lineup who have been together for a little while now as well too. And certainly are working hard as well. Ball went out of play, so some Wolves will get it back. So Brown to restart, down low to Angustine. Angustine thought about the reverse, but then all of a sudden decided to go to reverse layup, and that was probably the safer option. So the ball with Cox. Now that's Josh Guy there. And gets the 2 to go. He'll go to line for 1. And some Wolves in a quick huddle there. They probably need to get out of that huddle. So Guy completes the 3-point play. Now Launceston back within 1 point. 26-25 here, 7.5 remaining in the second quarter. Masunda getting double teamed by Nis and Cox. So obviously the message from Coach Hayden has been get out that double team early. Meanwhile, BJ Radcliffe can make it happen. And again, good work there by some Wolves. Just get out that quick trap and then obviously attack the rim as what we just saw there. Cox thinks about it. Needs help. And then good hands by Masunda, who's able to get the deflection. Slows this one down. Masunda working his way through. So Masunda with the play call here. Again, another quick horn set here by the Wolves. So Collins for 3. Can't get it to go. Angusine with a rebound, and then again, if he gets a clear path or whatever, clear space, look out. So Lockie Cocker coming back in. Jackson Collins coming in as well too, for the respective sides. Knocks down the first. And we'll please Coach Tom Etchell. Good to see Tom Etchell back in the basketball scene as well too, coaching this year in the SBL competition down south. Angusine tries to go his own Jordan attempt dunk, but went early and gets the violation. Yep. Referee Ruben Woolcock with the explanation there. That was pretty simple one to give. Now Nis with it. So Nis looking for that screen, decides to go himself, kick out pass. Now Cox with it at the 45. That's good for Henry Cox, and we know he can knock down the 3 ball as well too. Only got to cast our minds back to the Stardust State Final against GYC last year, where he was a pivotal part in that win for Scotch Oakburn, who defeated GYC that had Luke Brown in that lineup last year. Jackson Collins is out of bounds, knocks down the triple, but foot on the line. So some Wolves still have a 1 point advantage, 29-28. As Quokka comes down with it now. So Nis, again putting on some moves. Nice pass into the big fella there. Good rebound there by Guy. Guy goes up, can't get a reverse to go, and then that was Corey Benson, by the way, who had the 2 earlier, and now a blocking foul will be assessed on Anis. Substitutions. Jai Letty coming back in for Anis. So Radcliffe, again, finds a nice pass into Collins and gets the 2 to go. So BJ Radcliffe making things happen, and timeout's been called. 31-28 is our scoreline here with about 5:23 to go. So a big day ahead. We'll tell you what games we are covering, and of course you can find these games on our YouTube channel on the West Coast Ball Connection. That's what you can find on YouTube. Just search that and you'll find our channel. And we've got plenty of content up there, so be sure to check out some of the other videos as well too. Now, our next game up will be Penguin taking on Kingborough. And then so that's at 1 o'clock. 2:30 will be Burnie taking on the BTAS High Performance team. 4 o'clock, we'll see Wynyard taking on Glenorchy. I did see a few Wynyard boys in the building as well too. Then basketball, the BTAS HP team taking on Grandies at 5:30. Then we round it out at 7 o'clock between Burnie and Hobart. So a big day of filming here. And then tomorrow in the women we have Launceston taking on Kingborough. At 11 o'clock it all starts here. Then 12:30 it is the BTAS High Performance team taking on Smithton. Great to see Smithton in the State League as well. And then we round off a huge marathon of filming with Penguin and Kingborough at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And of course myself and JB will be here. I have some guest commentators coming in throughout later today. And it's sure to be a big day of hoops, that is for sure. We've already seen some dunks already, seen some good plays so far. Let's see if we can get another one here through Guy. So Guy kicks it out, he's Cox. Cox goes baseline over Jefferson St. John, can't get it to go. Angusine with the rebound. And now Masunda, as we quickly come up the floor here. Masunda put on some moves, and then good play there, and then the putback was able to be made. So the ball with Cocker. Cocker kicks out to Letty, but then unfortunately Letty just moved to that last minute. So Angustine down low. Now Collins back to Musunda. Musunda puts it to the floor, goes up, but then Angustine throws it down with two hands. He's certainly having a field day out there against this Launceston team. So Cocker for the response. In and out on that one. Kind of did a lap of honour, then jumped out. Here's Musunda back down the floor. Collins this time for three. That one's in and out as well too. Angustine on the O boards once again, and another throw down. He might have to get the dunk number meter going, I think. Certainly got a few dunks up his sleeve, that is for sure. Now we just want to see a windmill or a big tomahawk jam, that is for sure. Meanwhile down low, that was Benson. He couldn't able to get the go. And then the fast break attempt, that can't go either. I have to get a dunk count. That's what I'm trying to find. That's the word I'm looking for. Dunk count. Substitutions. So Angustine will have a rest, and it's Will Yaxley, the big fellow who's played a fair bit of basketball in his juniors. Great to see him back out on the floor as well too. So good to see a few familiar faces. Meanwhile, Templar can't get that two to go. Now Collins, and nice hands there by Letty. And Musunda finds his way through, and that is, I was going to say vintage Siri Musunda there. And Yaxley puts it up. Collins with a tip, can't get that one to go. Cocker, now Templars, we're quickly down the floor. Quick foul on the play, and it's going to be on Collins. Fraser Payne looking to enter back in. Musunda will have a breather. So some Wolves out to a quiet 10-point lead here too. 38-28, just on near 3 minutes remaining before the major break. So Cocker and Payne going at it. So Cocker find his way, and then that will be a foul on Payne just for going 1 too many at the cookie chart. So Isaac Collins having a breather. Tom Foster coming in. That's Cox, and then I'm just trying to see who came off. Who came on there? That might have been BJ Radcliffe. They might have just came back out on the floor. So Templar puts it to the floor, goes himself over Yaxley, can't get that to go, and a good rebound there by Jefferson St. John. Now Payne with it as we come down the floor here. So Jefferson looking at his options here as he goes, pulls up from mid-range on the baseline. Nice fake by Yaxley, and good solid basic solid putback there as well too. Patiently waited, and that's good maturity by the young fella. So Cocker putting on some moves, has to kick this one out. Foster, now Letty goes high off glass, that missed everything, and then all of a sudden Collins with it as we quickly down the other end of the floor here, down what I call the Kingston High end of the Sports Centre, and then nice little rejection there. Yeah, by number 7, Beatree. Now, Collins is in, Oldham is... Collins is out, Oldham is in on substitution. Payne now goes to Oldham on cue. Payne thought about it, turns it down, closely guarded once again by Letty. Hard screen by Radcliffe. Payne with a step back, and that one rattles home for Fraser Payne. Nice work by the youngster, and who's been solid for the Southern Wolves in the under-22 competition. It's happening currently at the moment. Now Letty, and then Beatree tried to put it up. He can't get that one to go either. Radcliffe off and running, has Oldham in support and then lost the handle. Cocker with it now. As we come up the floor here, Cocker goes himself, had Temple in support, but Cocker gets the 2 to go. So marching back to 11 here. As Launceston want to keep this within arm's reach. Of course, they won the state title a couple of years ago now. As Radcliffe goes for 3. Yes, BJ Radcliffe proving that veteran status. And that's a handy bucket as they're up 14 now. 44-30. And that is a reach-in foul there by Jefferson St. John. Under a minute to go here. So Cocker puts it to the floor over Payne and Jefferson St. John and gets the 2 to go. Nice work there by Lockie Cocker. Back to 12, and Payne calling a 2 for 1, so they'll look to get something off here quick then, obviously. As Jefferson St. John works his way through. Radcliffe finds a way through. Good pass to Payne for the 3. Can't get that to go. Good rebound by Foster. And then Cocker checks the clock and comes up the floor here. No foul. Tom Etchell calling for no foul because that will send Launceston to the line if that happens. Cocker with it now, pulls up from the elbow and rattles that one home, and that will see us back to a 10-point ball game here at half-time. So 44-34, Southern Wolves out to a 10-point lead. They go 22 in that quarter again compared to 12 by Launceston. But we'll take a quick break here and we'll come back with the second half for you. Second half about to get underway. Southern Wolves with a lead by 10. I just had to, unfortunately, cut out of a conversation there. My apologies. Brown to restart as we are underway here. Coming to you from the Kingborough Sports Centre, and we're by through the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel as well too. Be sure to subscribe and check out the other content that we have. Meanwhile, Angusteen continues his good form. I'm not sure if the head taps for some defensive thing or he wanted a foul. But nonetheless, he got the 2 anyway. And now Foster. And then poor pass there, which Masunda was able to pick off. And that is vintage Terry Masunda right there. Just showing the veteran class that he's shown over a number of years. Of course, a Siebel Championship winner with the Hobart Chargers. As Cocker goes for the response. Can't get that to go. Collins with the rebound. So now Masunda once again looking for Brown. Now Radcliffe open for 3. Can't get that to go. Masunda with the O board here. Goes himself. Can't get that to go. And then Foster with another rebound. So up the floor we go here through Letty. Then Templar thought about it. Back to Cocker. So Cocker. Kick out to Letty. Now Templar, shot clock is at 6. Now Foster here at the corner for 3. Just long on that one. Angusteen had a hand on that. Over Beatrey, by the way. And ball goes out of play. Some Wolves to get it back here. Of course, plenty happening here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. We had a few Jack Jumpers players doing their workouts this morning while referee clank was happening. Of course, looks like we've got a few Jack Jumper people in the house as well too. I did notice head coach Scott Roth poke his head in here. Meanwhile, Masunda puts up the shot, can't get that to go. Now ball with Cocker here as we come down the floor. And that will be a foul on Masunda. Now that might be Thierry's 3rd, I think. Let's have a look. No, 2nd. I'm saying, turn that, there we go, thank you Babs. That's her 2nd. Oh, his 2nd, sorry. Meanwhile, turnover made, and then let's make another turnover. It's Cocker, he splits through a couple, and then foul will be called on Angusteen by the sounds of it. Yeah, he did reach across first before he got ball, so fair call. So Beatrey for the 2. That's a high arcing shot, by the way, too. Reminds me of one of my players I coach in juniors who also has a high arcing shot, which we're trying to work on. get that a little bit lower, but nonetheless, it works. And Brown had to save that one. Now ball down low, a ball with Angstein at the top. Now hand off into Radcliffe. Radcliffe puts up a, well, interesting shot, but missed everything. Now Templar with it as we come back down the floor here. Now Foster in and out on that one. And here's Masunda coming down the floor. So some Wolves looking, they're taking advantage of this 12-point lead at the moment. They want to keep it in double figures. As Radcliffe goes 4 to 2, can't get it to go. Angstein on the O boards once again. Nice putback by the big fella. He's certainly proving some dominance here. And it'll be interesting to see how he goes in the other games. Pity we don't get some Wolves twice on the show court, because we'd love to see him again in these later games. But we'll certainly try and get an update for you as we go along through today. And Radcliffe trying to go down low to Brown, but a foot violation was called. A few Penguin people in the house. We see Beck Abel there walking across. A few Burnie people, so everyone making their way down. Of course, round 2 at the end of the month in Devonport, and hopefully we'll be taking our cameras up to Devonport and covering the action there. Masunda for 3, yes. So Masunda, casual as you like, 3 there. And just knock that one down. Of course, Masunda runs his own school holiday clinics as well too. A lot of school holiday clinics happening, and we'll touch on that as we go along. Meanwhile, Cocker puts it up. Can't get that to go. Angstein will try to get it, and then Masunda able to take it off him. Nice pass into Collins, and then I don't know if there was a little gamesmanship there between Jai Lati and Thierry Masunda, but timeout being called. Margin is out to now 19, 55-36 with 6:19 to play, and we'll continue on with the point that there were so many school clinics in the school holidays. We had Swisher run some school holiday clinics in partnership with the Hobart Chargers. We also had the BTAS Maccas school holiday camps as well too, which were both boys and girls combined, and then we had an all-girls camp as well. And of course, Thierry Masunda runs his own clinics as well too, and he ran that out in the Myrna Sports Centre the other week. So good to see plenty happening in the school holidays. Of course, term 4 beginning this week coming up, and of course the primary school and high school championships coming up very soon as well too. So still a fair bit of basketball before Christmas rolls around the corner. So both teams just about to come out of their huddles. Again, good little crowd. There's always good little crowds coming in for Ed today as well too. There's a good little crowd in here this morning here on Show Court. And of course, we've got other games happening on the other 2 courts as well too. So play restarts here as Anis brings this one down for us. Now Anis thinking about it. Now Cocker. Cocker putting on some moves and tries to look for an option. He's got Foster there. And then ball goes out of play. Some Wolves to get it back. So Masunda with the play call. Sure you can hear that through our Frex mic. We've got that on for you. So you can hear a few sounds of the game as well too. Brown working hard there, but Collins went to Radcliffe instead. Brown with a tip, and well, it might have been a decoy move by some Wolves, but in the end it was a good option. And another 2 there. So margin out to 21. Things are starting to get a tad ugly here. There's a Nis. Now Templar. And Templar work. Nice crossover. Good floater, young man. That's nice work there by Brad Templar. So Jefferson St. John with it. Radcliffe closely guarded there by Foster too. Had an arm in there as well. And now Brown with it. So Brown kicks out. Jefferson St. John, nice fake. Again, veteran moves by the veteran player. And then couldn't get the 2 to go on that occasion. So Cocker coming down the floor here. Just looking to split for a couple. Nice work by Lockie Cocker, who draws the foul and will go to line for two. That was a beautiful move. So we've seen some nice one-on-one individual moves here from Launceston. And it looks like Fraser Payne will come back in. Chimasunda will get his rest with about 4:52 remaining in the third quarter. Margin out to 18. And should make it 17, yes. So 57-40. So young Fraser Payne with the ball carrying duties here and making the play call. Radcliffe down low to Collins. Collins, nice work. And just easy, pretty much some Wolves just getting what they want on the offensive end at the moment. Launceston have to make some adjustments defensively here. And a kick out pass. Foster for three. Just short on that one. Brown with the rebound now. Radcliffe quickly up the floor. Most of his teammates were wearing his clothing brand in the warm-up too. Shout out to Apostle Clothing, which BJ Radcliffe owns and runs. Fraser Payne can't get that three to go. Ball splits back, and then Radcliffe with that odd mistake there. Now Cocker goes up. Nice work there by Lockie Cocker. So back to 17 we go. So, and then, well, that lost the handle there. So Templar off and running, puts on the Jets and gets the two to go. So nice little run here by Launceston. Margin back to 15. If they can get it back down to 10, you'd think, oh, we just seem with a chance here with a bit of a ball game happening. So Collins working his way down low. One-on-one here. And then, nice work by Isaac Collins, who had a pretty decent game too on Wednesday night here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. Taking on Glenorchy. Of course, in the end, Glenorchy getting up by 15 in the under-22 competition. Anis here for three, and we have our first wedgie. I think the boys are going to beat me before I could zoom in, but there we go. That's one for the weekend. Substitutions, Bone and Oldham coming in. Radcliffe and Brown, having a breather. Foster having a rest as well too. And the arrow is going towards Launceston. So Cocker. Again, putting on those moves. Anis and Cocker come down. Let's hope he's okay. Come down a bit awkwardly and foul on the play, which we'll see. Stowing's at the line for two. Cocker is up. Took a hard hit, but should be okay. It looks like it kind of might have come down on his shoulder. He's got strapped. But he says he's okay. So Hamish Stubbings at the line here, missed the first. Can't get that second to go. So Bone. Now Oldham. Ball getting moved around, sets of hands here. Collins now putting on some moves. Payne open for three. Yes. Fraser Payne from downtown. Margin out to 20 once again. So Cocker, and that'll be an offensive foul. So Stubbings there just wasn't set on the screen. So, and Yaxley coming in for Collins. So Bone inside to Yaxley, but good work there by Cocker to pick that one off. Now Cox tried to reel that one in, but too much heat on that pass from Lockie Cocker. So Oldham puts it up. Can't get that to go. Rebound there by Cocker. Now up the floor we go here. Now Cox decides to pull the trigger and gets the three to go down. So back out to 17 here, 64-47 as we approach 100 seconds to play here. Term number 3. Payne goes cross-court to Oldham. In-term Bone, of course we mentioned Bone just coming off that bronze medal with the start of the 16 boys side. Hope to try and pinch Daniel Saville for a bit of a chat too if we can get a chance for her today. Collins tries to go for fadeaway, that couldn't go anywhere. Meanwhile, Cox quickly up the floor here to Guy, and he can't save that one. And substitution being made, and that would be Benson coming in for Stubbings. And then a turnover there by the Wolves, and there'll be a foul there. It looks like it's going to be assist on Oldham. And it will be Josh Guy at line for 2. So good little work there by Launceston just to get that quick stop. Coach Hayden bringing his team in for a quick huddle, because he can do that during the first free throw. Of course, we mentioned Bone being at the National Junior Championships only a couple of weeks ago. It was also Coach Hayden. He is also there as coach of the under-16 girls state side, and done a terrific job with them as well too. They played out hard, and they still put up a good effort as well too. Payne, now here's Oldham. Payne puts it to the floor, and then Cox decides to bring it in as well, and then Payne puts it up. Yaxley with the rebound. This could be some advantage for some Wolves throughout this State League season. Just having that height and size advantage, which will be valuable, I think, coming in the later rounds. There's Collins now working his way through. Collins winning this, the two former state program mates go ahead. Of course, they've both been in-state programs, not necessarily teammates. Looks like head coach Scott Roth in the house as well too. I'm just looking out of the corner of my eye. Who knows, we might try and get him throughout the day if he's available. We'll see how we go. Meanwhile, Collins here puts it to the floor. Now Bone in turnover there. Good hands by Cox. So Cox here, nice move by Henry Cox. Can't get that two to go. Did everything right, just couldn't get the layup. Now Bone to Payne. So Payne, good play to Bone, and then good work by Fraser Payne to stick with it and get that put back for his team. Nice work there by the young fella. Cocker puts it up and gets it to go. He'll go to line for 1. He made a miraculous play. And a foul will be assessed on, it's going to be on Yaxley. Lockie Cocker with 1.6. Can he make it a 14-point ball game as we go into the last quarter? He can. And that will pretty much see us out. Three-quarter time for the Kingborough Sports Centre sees the Southern Wolves up by 14, 66-52. And they're only given a minute break, so we'll just continue on as we go into the last quarter. I'll move my head around and let's see we'll see who's about. A few of the Kingborough boys are in. Don Joe in. No? When I've got the headset on, Lynn, I can't really hear you. Hang on. I'll cut this out. Yeah. Yeah. She left on Wednesday night.
Just got to get the kids to grow up.
Yes. Just get a bit more time back and then we can... Yeah, that's right. So final quarter just about to get underway here. Referee Reuben Woolcock just checking out something here. I think he's found a wet spot, so no floor wipers this weekend either. You can see Grenadiers player Josh Yule out here on show court as well too. I don't know if he's been ejected or the game has ended quick over there. Maybe he's just checking out the action. Who knows? Yes, walking back in. So, not sure what all the commotion was about down there, but maybe just a wet spot, I'd say. So, final quarter underway here. There's Payne. He thinks about it. Now goes to Brown. Of course, Brown. Now Bone. Bone puts it up. Can't get that to go. And then Cox with it, now Cocker. So Cocker now looking for his options, wants Benson, but he goes himself, can't get it to go. Angustine with the rebound. Good to see the big fella out there as well too. Again, I think Coach Tom Entwell's done well rotating minutes-wise here. So now down low he has a one-on-one with Benson. Now ball kick out here, Brown open for three, can't get that to go. And then last touch there by, looks like it was Josh Guy. So play to restart through Payne. Now Bone. Payne putting it to the floor. Offensive foul. That's going to be on Chris Oldham. Just a bit of a hold there on the screen as well too. So fair call. So Templar back in. Looks like Cocker's going to have a breather. We'll see him return. That's for sure. Nisley lost his footing. Now kick out here to Templar for three. Just long on that one. Able to get it back. Now Cox. Go, nice pass into Benson, rejected by Angustine. I think Launceston might have wanted goaltending. Referees didn't see it that way. Meanwhile, we're down the upper end. Brown goes for a reverse, can't get that to go, and then Angustine wasn't able to get it back. The ball was last touched by Launceston, so some Wolves will get it back. Henry Cox querying the potential goaltend, but I think it came off the backboard by the time it already happened. So Payne for three. Yes, Fraser Payne, another three by the youngsters, showing some good promise here. Now Templar nearly got trapped. Cox from downtown, can't get that to go. Now Brown quickly up the floor to Oldham, last touch by Cox. And Jefferson St. John looking to come back in. Of course, we did mention BJ Radcliffe's apparel business that he's got. Good to see Jefferson St. John supporting that little branding as well too. So Payne for back-to-back triples, can't get that to go. And rebound by Nis, and then poor pass, sees some Wolves get it back. And now Brown, and he drew the foul on Benson. Benson can't believe it, nor could the lady down far in the grandstand couldn't believe it either. As she dropped a drink bottle. So 16-point lead at the moment for the Southern Wolves as Brown is at the line. Usually a good free throw shooter in that high 80s. And knocks down both. So back out to 18 here. It's been well controlled by Southern Wolves for our majority of this game. After a really good back and forth first quarter, I think that was a good feeling out process, which saw some good basketball by both teams, but Southern Wolves able to just get the better of Launceston in the next 2 quarters. We'll see how they go here in the fourth. Meanwhile, Ines puts up the run, rejected by Angustine, who got up there. Now, would that will be a shot clock violation? Certainly, the ball's still on its way up. So certainly wasn't goaltending, that was for sure, but strong hand, big arms by the big fella there. So I'm not sure if Oldham came out. Looks like Radford came in. Oh, sorry, Radcliffe, my apologies. It will be a long day, folks. So Radcliffe with it here. Getting that good screen. Now Jefferson St. John open at the corner. In and out on that one. Good work by Luke Brown and gets the 2 to go. Nice work there by Luke. So Templar again, nice crossover move. And offensive foul will be called. Templar thought Brown might have been in the circle, but no, he certainly wasn't. But a pretty simple call. Brown read that one well. And Jai Letty coming in. Timeout being called here. And 20 points is our margin. 7:02 remaining. It's 72-52. And yes, plenty happening around the courts. I think we saw the Penguin girls just walk past a few minutes ago. Hobart Phoenix boys are in the house as well too. So plenty happening. Kingborough on the other side there. They're up next against Penguin, who are getting ready as well. We've got, who else can we see up high here? Let's see our referees as well too. They're all getting ready for the next games. So plenty happening, that is for sure. But as we mentioned, a very good first quarter. Both teams back and forth, a really good feeling out process, which saw some good basketball. And then the next 2 quarters really dictated terms by Southern Wolves and showed good poise. And certainly, as JB mentioned earlier, when we had him here for those first, last few minutes of that first quarter, from a team that couldn't win a game last season to a team now that is really competitive and getting some wins on the board is fantastic to see. Launceston still, though, competing hard and certainly, again, a good side of good youngsters coming through, and I think, they'll certainly be right up there. That is for sure. So they will certainly find their way. Meanwhile, play restarts here is Brown. Now Collins here. Radcliffe slowing this one down here, some Wolves. Radcliffe working his way through, needs support. Brown on the curl cut. Couldn't get that happening. Ball last touch by Launceston. We'll see the Wolves get it back. 9 left on the shot clock. Now Brown nearly lost his footing, puts up a tough floater and then falls to the ground eventually. Of course, no decal here as well too, so you can't blame it on the decal. And then ball goes out of play. Goes back to Launceston. So Templar to restart. Now Benson. Ball getting moved around some sets of hands now with Cox. So Cox working his way through. Oh, nice pass to Benson. I thought Cox had an open layup there, to be honest with you. Now Masunda. Here's Radcliffe. Throwing it up to Angustine. And they want that alley-oop play, I think. They certainly want to make it happen for the big fella, but the 2 still gets it. Because if we have enough dunks or enough good plays, we'll certainly bring back the top 10 players of the round as well too. Certainly all happening here through our West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. So now Angustine looking for, now goes himself with Benson, and then, nice poise and control there by the big fellow who able to knock down the 2. So Letty. And then Cox, he knew that one was off as soon as it left his hand. So Musunda now wanting to go back to Angusteen, but Launceston read that one pretty well. So Letty into Cox, and then now with Templar, who puts up the 2. Short on that one. And now it could be on here. Radcliffe, alley-oop, well, not the Benson read that one. He's ready for it. So I think Launceston trying to spoil the party here. We'll soon find out, though. Meanwhile, Templar slows this one down. Benson calling for it, but there we go. Now, Collins up to Radcliffe quickly into Angusteen, but they're trying everything and Launceston just providing the challenge. Payne coming in, and Angusteen's going to go, oh, come on. Keep him on. No, wise move there by Coach Tom Edgell. Probably doing the right thing. They're up by 24. I think, fair to say, I think a rest would be good. Brown. But poor pass there. Templar then lost the handle, and then good work by Beatree to get that back. Now with Lee. And then Payne with the athletic skills there, able to pick that one off. Now Payne thinks about it, goes middle. Nice move by Fraser Payne. And Coach Hayden has seen enough on the back of attempted alley-oop plays, and then a nice move by Fraser Payne to the basket. Margin is at 26 here, 78-52, 4:21 remaining. As I can see a few of the Kimbra boys getting warmed up as they prepare to take on Penguin, and that will be our next game here on the show court and on the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel as well too. But some good dominance being shown here, some Wolves in this quarter, and certainly I think we can safely call it with 4:21 unless Launceston start coming out and just go bang, bang, bang within 2 minutes. Certainly maybe, I think safe to say, she's all over Red Rover. So play restarts. Of course, I'm just taking a bit of a break from the voice as well too. We're just running solo here. We'll have Glenn Fairfield with us from our 2:30 game onwards. And Templar with the nice little and one play here. And Templar can't make the free throw. Collins with the rebound. Now, quick trap here by Launceston. Again, this is a good time to experiment a few things. Here's Bone. Throws up the shot. Can't get it to go. Nearly, I thought it looked like it was going to go in. Templar now goes himself. He missed everything as well too. Good work there by Foster. Now back to Letty. Thought about it. Foster here at the corner for 3. Just off. And now Payne with it. Again, Payne working hard here. Good to see the youngster doing a really good job. Doing well in the backup point guard position for Terry Musunda as well too. He's showing good poise. Radcliffe for 2. Yes. And the bench were happy with that one. So margin out to 26 here. So Templar. He tries to go in the Beatree. Now kick out play, and that, well, good work there by Cox to save that. Apologies for not moving that camera, but he saved it well. Here's Templar. Puts up the 2, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Now goes up off glass, gets it to go. Great work by Brad Templar, who stayed with it and reward himself with a 2. So Payne able to work his way through. And now Payne goes solo and nearly got it to go. And again, nice moves there by Templar. Again, basic crossovers just helping everyone out here. Collins with the rebound on the missed attempt. Now Bone with it as we're quickly down the floor. So Payne, now Collins. So ball getting moved through sets of hands here. Bone with it. So we tick down into the final 2 minutes of this ball game. And then Radcliffe couldn't get the throw to go, but the shot clock bet them all in the end. Substitution to be made here. Chris Oldham coming in, Will Yaxley coming in. I can see Stubbings coming in. So pretty much clearing the benches here as well too a little bit. So we're pretty much in the junk time. Templar throws up the three, can't get that to go. Foster with the rebound. Now the ball once again, just back with Templar here, so we're going through sets of hands. So ball getting moved around. Foster for three, looks good, is good for Tom Foster, who knocks down the triple. Now the ball quickly up the floor, and that will go out of play. Substitution, and this coming in for Templar. And a two up for Collins, very short on that one. So Letty with it. And good pass from Anis into Beatree there. Now Letty from the corner, yes. So again, they're weak. Launceston just working on some man coverage here by the sounds of it. So Payne. Collins, now Oldham as we move this ball around the horn here. So Bone, what nice pass into Oldham. That's good play by the youngsters, but couldn't get that play to finish. And then Anis quickly up here. Back to Foster. Some nice moves by Anis, who's able to find his way. Good defensive challenge though by Collins. Beatree down low to Foster. Foster one-on-one with Yaxley. Over the big fella, yes. So I'm sure Coach Hayden will take some positives out of this game as well too. It can only be onwards and upwards here for this Launceston team. Meanwhile, for some Wolves, they'll be very happy with their first hit out here in the State League. A Bone wraparound pass to Collins, and that did touch to the blue line. The light blue lines here at the Kingborough Sports Centre. There's enough lines around this place. I'll quickly work out which is which. So under 30 seconds to go as Anis. Now Foster puts it to the floor, goes baseline, and that floater shot is good. We saw that Wednesday night, and it was effective for him, and shown again here today. So again, good trap here by Launceston, and that paid off dividends. Letty into Foster. And Foster couldn't get the two, but Beatree there for the tip. So nice work there. Marching back at 12 as well too, but that should be a foregone conclusion. As Collins goes in the Bone, and then Letty, and then he goes to the floor, and that's a quick foul there. And 1.5 remaining, and that will pretty much see us out here. And clock will go. Yes, a bit of a delay. We got there in the end. Final scores here, it was the Southern Wolves 80 to Launceston 68. A really good game, which again the first quarter showed a really good feeling out process of both teams, but then Southern Wolves able to take control for the next 3 quarters and hold on to double-digit lead and finish off strong in the end. Mind you, Launceston with a little late press in the end might be something that we might see in the later games as well too. But all around, a good first up win for the Southern Wolves, and they'll certainly be happy with a 1-0 start to start State League. That will pretty much wrap us up here for this first game. Again, you can find all our games by the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel as we cover the State League for season 2021. On behalf of myself, I'm signing off, and it's bye for now.